All right, the posture you lift in is the posture you live in. Now, the point of strength training and building muscle and weightlifting basically is to, of course, build muscle, build strength and whatnot, but you got to consider what muscles do. They basically hold the body together, they make motion happen, they hold the joints together, there's connective tissues that keeps this all a working piece here. Now, posture is the root of all this. The way you hold your vertebrae, your shoulder blades, your hips, all that, the way it's all coordinated will dictate the pains and things that you have. So the alignment that you have is absolutely crucial. So when you train, you need to have a very well-balanced training program that deals with general postural problems, your specific postural problems, and how that's all balanced out together. But, stepping past that for a second, thinking about the way you lift. You see people heaving stuff around and using all sorts of bad, sloppy form. That's going to come with consequences. Maybe not immediately in the short run, or maybe they're young enough to get away with it, whatever. But eventually you're building a chronic posture. Every time you break muscle tissue down, you're basically building a chronic posture. So every time you break a muscle tissue down, it's going to recover within that position that you trained it in. So it breaks down and it gets tight and say bigger, perhaps stronger, within that position that you trained it. So you can make something shorter, something longer, tighter, whatever, or you can over imbalance one side versus another, making your posture and position change chronically, and you're going to change what your body is. And so it's simply a process of breaking down and rebuilding your body every single time to make it a stronger, better version of yourself. So basically, you've got to really consider what your posture, positions, and your technique is every time you train. So if you want to walk out of this with all the benefits of strength training and weightlifting without long-term chronic pains or dings and injuries, you got to consider that. So that way, that's what keeps the optimal balance of technique and intensity, so you can push hard enough to get results, but also not beat yourself up. So the posture you lift in is the posture you live in. Keep that in mind. When every exercise you do, think about your posture. We teach the postural position here at the gym, and it's just a basic isometric way to hold the vertebrae, the shoulder blades, the hips, everything from top to bottom in the proper position. So when we break things down and rebuild it, it's in the proper alignment. And so things start to build together, things start feeling better, things that used to hurt actually don't hurt anymore. And they were worried about strength training before this because they didn't want to beat themselves up, and they know so-and-so who used to lift and they're always hurting and sore and this and that. That's not the way this should be. You should be able to build a better, healthier, pain-free body and really reap those rewards into old age. And so strength training can be something that I recommend for everyone at every single age for better bone density, better posture, injury prevention, you name it. Just keeping that concept in mind, the posture you lift in is the posture you live in.